I don't know what it is about you, but you got me feeling some kind of way.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Daily Grind Fantasy official live stream for this 10-game slate. Cannot wait to break it down for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending your Monday nights with us. It is officially almost 6 o'clock p.m. The slate to start at 7:30, so we still have an hour and a half to talk over the slate. We have a lot of injury news to cover and also some pending injury news to keep an eye on. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. TJ is almost an official car owner, so congratulations, TJ. Just want to let you guys know, TJ went all the way today, drove about a couple hours. He's obviously in a great mood right now, right, TJ?
Yes.
Hold on, I'm turning down the music. All right, so let's go ahead and just dive right into the slate. We have all over the place injury news. So let's start with, I guess we can start anywhere. What's up?
I said that was fun to come back to.
What, the injury news?
Yes, everything's still pending.
Yeah, everything's pending right now. So I guess we can start out with what we know right now. Atlanta's without Bogdanovich, Dunn, Hunter. Do you want to start there? Because it definitely impresses us.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so right now we have Trae Young, questionable now, probable, and expected to play. We have Hunter, Dunn, and Bogdanovich. What does that do to the picture, TJ?
So yeah, Matt, actually, Trae Young pops quite nicely on the sheet with Bogdanovich, Dunn, and DeAndre Hunter off the floor. Trae Young gets a 2% usage bump. He's a 1.7 fantasy point per minute and a 35% total usage rate. I have Trae Young currently, Matt, at 9,300 pegged for 58.95 DraftKings points. He's only showing 2.8% ownership. Very tough matchup, obviously, against the Lakers defense. So I'm going to really love a guy like Trae Young in terms of tournaments. A lot of these guys, Matt, are probably going to be tournament plays because of the lower over-under. We know Atlanta likes to push the pace, not the place. They don't want to push the place. They want to push the pace. So yes, I do like guys like Trae Young for tournaments. Capella as well, Matt, is a 1.54 fantasy point per minute with those guys off the floor. So I have him pegged for 49.67 DraftKings points. So I really love Capella for tournaments. And then we have Cam Reddish entering the starting lineup at 4,800, pegged for 32 minutes right now. He gets a 4% usage bump. He's actually a 1.03 fantasy point per minute.
Yes, he is.
Which is something I was really stunned by. So I honestly don't mind a guy like Cam Reddish for cash if you're looking there. He's also carrying the highest ownership out of all of these Hawks. So I think there's some really good tournament plays here. I'm mainly focusing on Trae Young and Capella, and then I do like Reddish if you are leaning there for a last piece in cash.
Yeah, the only thing that scares me from this game, TJ, is the pace. But as we know, if this does remain competitive, Atlanta plays at a very high pace. I do expect them to keep up with the Lakers. Right now, it's only a 6-point spread. And who is that going to be powered by, TJ? It's going to be powered by Trae Young. Makes him a fantastic Kevin Huerter. Yeah, it could be Kevin Huerter. Yeah. But it's going to be led by Trae Young and also Clint Capella. Sure. They make for very good GPP options. Like you said, right now he's showing at 3.8% ownership. Trae Young gets a phenomenal usage boost and also a fantasy point per minute boost. So absolutely in love with both of those studs. I want to see Clint Capella and AD go at it. That'll be a very interesting battle. And then also Cam Reddish at 4.8% ownership. Or 4.8K, 9.3% ownership. Just about, though. So
yeah, that's kind of pretty low.
Yeah, right now it's very low. I don't expect that to move again just because of the pace of the game. Right now it's a 219 over under. There's a lot of other games to be targeting on the slate. So I think let's go ahead and move over to those games. I want to talk about Sacramento because our favorite player is in this game and he's going to be chalky, TJ. Hassan Whiteside, $3,600.
Excited.
17 minutes right now is what he's projected at. He played 20 minutes in the past 2 contests. So why is he only projected at 17? Do you think he's going to be playing 30 minutes in this game, TJ?
30?
Sorry, 20.
Okay, I was like 30. No, I don't think so, Matt. But even at 19 minutes, he does rate out pretty well on the sheet, Matt. He's a 1.18 fantasy point per minute. I have him pegged for 22.6 DraftKings points, even at $3,600. What do you currently have him pegged for in terms of minutes?
17. But like I said, 20 minutes in the past 2 contests. So I think 20 is a safe projection.
I think 15 is a nice floor. I think 20 is being a little
overzealous.
What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, overzealous works there. Yeah, we'll call it overzealous. If he's playing 20 minutes, that's a fantastic price tag for him at 3,600 because we know how fantastic he is fantasy point per minute coming off the bench here for Sacramento, especially in a game that might have Steven Adams be sidelined. So something we want to keep an eye on there, Matt. I don't hate him honestly at 3,600, but again, the minutes.
It's crazy. It's crazy. He's only projected at 20 minutes, and we're sitting here talking about him like a cash play.
Yeah. Matt, I do want to mention one thing real quick about this game.
Yep.
It opened at a 218 over under. It's now at 234. So I don't know if that's
I think it's Alonzo Ball
miscalculation
effect.
Or I don't know if that's like a typo there. But I'm seeing the difference open. This over under has risen 16 points. I've never seen that before in my entire life covering NBA and DFS. The most I've ever seen is like 6 points. Yeah. So 16 is just absolutely insane for a line to jump, especially an over under.
Yeah, I don't know what Vegas was thinking because I saw the 218 open up. You can go back and watch a video if you guys don't believe me. But it opened up at a 218, and I looked at it and I was just like, what? It's Sacramento. We know Sacramento plays no defense, which will make the Pelicans very chalky, and everybody in this game chalky. I'm sorry, you were going to say something?
I was going to say Sacramento currently has the worst defensive efficiency in the NBA, and the Pelicans rank 5th. 5th to last. So we have 2 of the worst defensive efficiency teams in the NBA.
Yeah, and it makes sense why the over-under has risen that much. We're looking at Sacramento. B. Alicia, Jeffries, and Ramsey is out, which is why Hassan Whiteside is getting a bump in minutes. I know it's not much, but again, just to kind of reiterate, he's projected only 20 minutes just based on what he's been doing, and we know historical evidence points to him being a very good fantasy point per minute player, and he's living up to the hype here in Sacramento. $3,600. Has yet to be seen if he's actually going to get more minutes going forward, but right now, expect him to get to about 20 minutes in this matchup. They're going to need his size for Zion and the rest of the gang here, especially if Steven Adams does play. By the way, he is questionable. Halliburton next on the list, TJ. 31 minutes. What a beast. That's all I have to say. That's my analysis for him. What a beast. 5.9 point per dollar value. What are your thoughts on Halliburton?
Yeah, he's played 30 plus minutes in his last 4 games, Matt. The usage has been up. He's been getting some time at the point.
Yep.
So yeah, I do like Halliburton at 5,200, especially in this matchup against the Pelicans. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored here. So if you're landing on him as a last piece in cash, I definitely don't hate it. I do think he is cash viable tonight.
Yeah. I don't know why, but your lips aren't matching up with what is on my screen. It's very odd. It's throwing me off.
Perfect.
Hopefully you guys are not getting that feedback or that lag. But yeah. Enough about the Sacramento Kings. Everybody else, I think you can agree with me. TJ is going to be GPP options. Harrison Barnes, your obvious GPP play every single slate. De'Aaron Fox, $8,300. But switching over to the Pelicans, TJ, we have everybody, and I mean everybody, in very good spots and pace-up spots. They all look undervalued. I made the thumbnail. Lonzo Ball, he is up there in ownership, 5.5K. His ownership has gone down as the day's gone on.
Yep.
So 13.2% now. What are your thoughts on this team, assuming that Steven Adams does suit up and play?
So if Steven Adams does play, I'd still be on a guy like Zion potentially at 7,900. I still do like Lonzo at 5,500. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is interesting too, Matt, at that cheap price tag at 4,800.
Okay.
I'm kind of more focused on if Steven Adams is out. If Steven Adams is out, I love Lonzo Ball. He gets a 4% usage bump, and he is a 1.12 fantasy point per minute. So I would absolutely lock him in cash. NAW as well is a 0.99 fantasy point per minute with Steven Adams off the floor. So those are two guys that I would potentially be targeting. I would really love Lonzo if Adams is out. And then again, Zion down low with no Steven Adams. You would only assume a double-double. Yeah. You can just lock it in. Sure. So I would have interest heavily here in the Pelicans, more so if Steven Adams is out. But even if he does play, I do think they are an interesting team to target. Yeah,
they were very chalky when they opened up in ownership, but now they've gone down with the obvious value plays coming out. Sorry, with all the other plays open up. So I do like these guys. I think they're safe. I think they're safe as cash fillers, TJ, but I don't think you prioritize them right now with Steven Adams being questionable. Until we hear that news, I think hopefully we get that on stream. What time is that game suit? Yeah, it's at 8 o'clock, so it's going to be iffy on if we get that on stream. But also, want to point out, guys, today is the day where Patreon resets. So if you guys want to sign up $20 a month, this is the first of the month, you get full access to every single one of our leverage sheets, including CSGO. TJ, tell them what you did in League of Legends last night, just real quick.
I put down $30 and won 552 in League of Legends.
You did, utilizing the leverage sheet because we actually had one of our favorite leverage stacks as BLG. And anyway, for any, I know we're nerds, guys. Just get over it. But look, listen, leverage sheets every single day for League of Legends, for CS:GO, for NBA, for every single sport going on right now, and you can take full advantage. $20 a month gets you that.
It's leverage sheet or die.
We also do a private. We've been doing a private chat where we actually do like a mini live stream before the slate start, which we just added into there. About 30 minutes long, TJ. We just sit there and chat, and then we play video games after. So if you guys want to be a part of the community, feel free to sign up today. Let's move on to the rest of these teams here. We have let's go over the OKC, actually. OKC with Dort's ownership right now is 34.3%. I don't think it's anything specific, TJ, other than the matchup being very good for them and also the $4,200 price tag on Dort. What's your thoughts on the overall picture here with OKC?
Yeah, so we have to keep in mind here, Matt, that George Hill is out for OKC. So that is doing a little bit here for some of these guys. SGA gets a little bit of a usage bump, 1.5%. A guy like Dort gets a 3.7% usage bump with George Hill off the floor. He's only a 0.71 fantasy point per minute, but he is very cheap at 4,200, like you alluded to, and projected at 32 minutes. I have him pegged currently for 23.6 Draftkings points. So I don't hate him as a last piece in cash, honestly. He is carrying some ownership as well.
Last piece,
pretty good matchup against Houston. Well, yeah, I mean, if he's in there, like I'm okay with it. I guess not necessarily a last piece, but if Dort is in my lineup, I'm confident, especially with the price tag and the minutes that he is going to see tonight. So yeah, I do like Dort at 4,200. Guy like Darius Baisley is interesting. I think at 5,100, he gets a 1.5% usage bump with George Hill off the floor, 0.84 fantasy point per minute. The one guy that's very interesting, Matt, that's carrying very low ownership is going to be Al Horford.
Okay.
Now, this sample size is pretty minimal. It's only 50 minutes, but in that time, he gets a 2.8% usage bump, and he's a 1.56 fantasy point per minute. Now, mind you, this was included last game against, or 2 games ago, I'm pretty sure, against Phoenix, where he absolutely erupted. And in these last 2 games against Phoenix and Brooklyn, he's been very aggressive, and he's paid off his DraftKings price tag pretty easily. Did get the price bump to 6,100, so he is carrying a little bit of lower ownership here. So he's going to be more of a tournament play for me. In terms of cash, I do think you can go Dort. I do like Baisley as well. So if those 2 guys are in your lineup, I don't hate it. And then SGA, I'm also interested in. Not sure if I'll get him. I think I'd prioritize some of these cheaper guys for OKC tonight instead.
Yeah, you have a little bias towards Al Horford since he's your favorite Celtic of all time, but I get it. Very good price tag, $6,100, and he's been absolutely smashing value. A very good matchup against Houston, one of the worst defensive performances throughout the season, and I feel like they've gotten worse with their new lineup. But looking up and down the line, Dort, $4,200, TJ, I think he's actually, you have to make him a lock at this point. I think he has a very solid floor in terms of cash, 34.3% ownership. He's actually the highest on Fantasy Cruncher. I just like him for value, and I think it's a very safe floor. Like, you expect him to get at least, I'd say, 17 to 20 points tonight, specifically against Houston. Just seeing 32 minutes, it's going to be very hard for him not to do that. SGA, you didn't touch base on. Do you like SGA at all at $8,100?
I did touch base on him.
Oh, you did? Sorry, I didn't hear that. Yeah. I'm ignoring you. 21.7% owned. Did you say he was a lock or no?
No, I didn't say he was a lock. I think he.
Are you sure you did?
Yeah, dude. Yes.
Okay.
The only thing I am, guys, in the chat, can you all call Matt stupid, because this is what I have to deal with. The only thing I am a little hesitant when it comes to Dort is now that Maladin's been starting his fantasy points per minute, Dort's have come down a little bit. So that's my only hesitation there.
Maladin's a beast too.
But I mean, Dort's
just
a 2 of 14. Yeah, I guess you can play them both if you want to. LaMelo Ball will start if Terry Rozier is ruled out. Okay. So that's good to know.
Tell us anything though.
So yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, I want to lock Dort in, but like if I have Dort in my lineup at 4,200 playing those minutes, like I expect him to be able to pay off that price tag, something he hasn't been able to do, especially since Maladin's been starting. So that's my only hesitation. But yes, I do like SGA at 8,100. If you land there, I'm cool with that.
Lonzo Ball's ownership went up. Is Steven Adams still? Is he still not ruled out?
Still questionable.
Okay. Why did he just shoot up? People must be watching our stream, TJ.
Yeah, they're watching us live. Yeah,
for sure. DraftKings is just tuned in.
There's 12,300 people watching us. So
12,300. Just a little off there, not too much. So let's talk about some ownership. I think we covered the chalk as of right now. We're still pending a bunch of injury news, but we can bounce around from team to team here. We have Cody Zeller from Charlotte. That's what you're cutting in front of me, TJ. Cody Zeller, 29 projected minutes right now. He's finally getting that minute boost that we expect from him. 5.3K. Are you going back to the well with Cody Zeller?
It's a tough matchup against Miami, Matt. He is carrying some ownership. Now, I have some interesting stats here for you when it comes to Cody Zeller. I just need to find it. Okay. So Zeller with Rozier, okay? He's a 1.1 fantasy point per minute. With Rozier off the floor, he's a 0.9. He's a point. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's Denver. Yeah, that's why I was trying to cut you off. I don't try and cut you off to be an ass. I try and cut you off to be like, well, we got to go to Denver.
Yeah,
don't cut me off now. Yeah. Come on, don't play that game. I'm the one that cuts you off.
Anyway, moving on.
Go ahead. So Zeller with Rozier on the floor is actually more efficient than with him off the floor. So with Rozier playing, if he is, I have Zeller pegged for 33 DraftKings points. And if Rozier is held out, I would have Zeller pegged for 27.9 DraftKings points. So take that as you may. It's still to be, unseen if Rozier is going to play or not tonight. As we just mentioned, LaMelo Ball will start if Rozier is out. So, yeah, I think you can go to Zeller. I do like him for cash at 5,300. He is seeing a lot of minutes. If he can stay out of foul trouble, going up against a guy like Bam, it is a very tough matchup, I would assume, for a guy like Cody Zeller. I still do like him at 5,300. There's no thoughts in my head that would make it seem so that he doesn't get to 25 DraftKings points. That whole sentence was just completely jumbled.
TJ, I don't like him. I don't like his matchup tonight. I don't like his upside.
Okay. I don't like the matchup either.
Yeah, I just don't like him in GPPs. I know he's more cash viable, and that's the topic right now. You can plug and play him in cash, but I'm definitely not prioritizing Cody Zeller tonight. Do I think he's safe? Yes. I still think he can get your 20 to 25 points. Hassan Whiteside?
You like Dort? No, yes. You like Dort over a guy like Zeller?
I do. Again, just looking at the matchup. You know how good Bam is.
For
So
Zeller.
I'd much rather go to somebody like LaMelo, especially if Rozier's held out. I think that's a lot safer of a play at Charlotte, or on Charlotte, and maybe some of these other plays like Gordon Hayward, $7,500. I don't even hate, but Cody Zeller, yes, he's somewhat safe. I think he does have a very high floor, but also a very low ceiling. He's going to finish between that 20 to 27 range, and you're just going to have to plug and play him if that's one of your last pieces in cash. Hopefully the chalk goes away from him. Let's talk about Denver now, TJ. Denver, there's a lot of minutes shifted around here once we heard the news about Gary Harris being out. Do you want to talk about that?
G. Harris, yeah, him and his 0.6 fantasy point per minute just being unleashed to everybody else on the team. Thank God. Yeah, so if we take off Gary Harris, Matt, and we also take off PJ Dozier, a guy like Nikola Jokic actually is a 1.76 fantasy point per minute. I have him pegged for 61.48 DraftKings points. So I'm really surprised at his ownership right now, only showing 7.5% on Roto. I'm not sure what you have him over there on Fantasy Cruncher, but I like him in cash as a good spend up. I'm also looking at a guy like Will Barton at 4,800 carrying some ownership as well. He's a 0.8 fantasy point per minute with both those guys off the floor, projected for 34 total minutes. So I do like Will Barton cash. And then we have the guys between Monty Morris and Campazzo, what?
You are lagging like crazy. Hold on.
Yep.
Okay, talk.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, you're good.
Hi.
You're good.
Good? Okay. Did I get off my Will Barton?
Yes, you just getting off Will Barton.
Did you hear me talk about Will Barton?
Yep.
Okay. So then we have Monty Morris and we have Campazzo. Okay. Both these guys rate out really well on the sheet, Matt. Monty Morris gets a little bit of a usage bump. He's a 0.87 fantasy point per minute. 24.45 DraftKings points is what I have him pegged for. So I do like him in cash as well. He's not really showing some ownership, but I don't hate Monty Morris at that price tag. And then Campazzo as a tournament play, I really do like, pegged for 20 minutes right now. He actually gets a 3.8% usage bump with Dozier and Gary Harris off the floor, 1.03 fantasy point per minute. So he's probably going to be my favorite punt tournament play. I don't have him showing any ownership at all.
Literally none. He wasn't even on my board until you said his name. I had to double check.
So I love him for punt tournaments tonight. He's going to be my favorite punt tournament play.
Okay, so Monty Morris actually jumped up in ownership. You said that he wasn't showing that much ownership on your screen?
Yeah, he shows 4%.
Okay, he's 26 now. So he's definitely cash viable.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. That's why I was going to say I love him for cash. The ownership didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, him and Will Barton.
I have him at 4. Okay, yep, Will Barton too. Yeah, and then what do you have Nikola
at? 12. He's still not cash viable. However, he's a great tournament play. TJ, we talk about this every night. We sound like a broken record. It's because he plays the center position. There's so many options at the center position. I mean, that's all the ownership on all the centers are going to be so evenly distributed across the board. With a shooting guard or a point guard rather, with Monty Morris, with Whiteside, and the best option on the slate by far. Yeah, that's a Denver chalk. I feel like the rest we're just waiting for at this point. We covered. It looks like John Wall's carrying some ownership. Don't really get that one, TJ. 19.7% ownership. I get that he's been doing very well, and he has a high floor. Not that high of a ceiling, though, in my opinion. Giannis is also showing some good ownership. That's if that game can stay. Let's talk about that game. So
Drummond got ruled out.
Did he?
Yeah, I wonder if Jared Allen's going to start. I would assume he does. So I love Jared Allen.
Oh, you just raised your hand. I didn't even see you. Okay.
Yeah, I was raising my hand because I wanted to talk about Charlotte again if Rozier's out because I really have some plays that I like there.
You think he's going to be out?
Being Hayward, LaMelo Ball, and PJ Washington, but we won't talk about that too. Bridges too, man, at 4,400. I would really like Charlotte, honestly. It sucks that they're going up against Miami.
It really
it's a really
does.
tough matchup.
Yep.
So they'd probably be tournament plays for me with Rozier's out. I could see myself starting LaMelo and cash. The LaMelo Lonzo cash boys again, just hanging balls. They're just gonna hang balls. The ball boys hanging balls. That's what they do. That's what they do.
That roll off the tongue.
So yeah, it does. The ball boys hanging balls. So Cleveland, Drummond, smell you later. We're not gonna have any sort of sample size.
This is gonna open up a lot of chalk here.
Yeah, Kevin Love, and then we have no Nance either. Okay. Deli, you're out.
So I think we're too. Oh no.
We're gonna see. Yeah, it's Jared Allen becomes a cash lock. I can tell you that now. He's a 1.12 fantasy point.
Ooh, Lamar Stevens is out. TJ.
Yeah, Lamar Stevens was a guy that I actually saw some minutes at some points. So I don't really appreciate that slander to be honest with you.
I wasn't being sarcastic.
Otto Porter went through shoot around on Monday. Okay, so Otto Porter's in. Thank God. So Sexton gets where are you calling? He gets a 6.5%. Oh God.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Oh God, Garland gets a 5%.
The good thing
usage
about
bump.
Cleveland is that they're in a pace-up spot. This is going to draw a lot of chalk, guys. I can tell you that right now. We're going to go ahead and compute all the numbers right now.
Beep, boop, beep,
Why is my
beep, beep,
computer taking so long? There it goes.
Seti,
Uh-oh.
Teron Prince.
Is
I
Sexton
like
the beast?
Teron Prince, honestly, before these guys got ruled, or before what's his name got ruled out, Drummond. I'm still sick. Man,
You're not dead, though. That's good.
I'm not dead. Not yet. No, can't take me out. Knock on wood. Garland, where are you? There you are. 0.94, 29.6.
39.2.
Jared Allen's a 1.12. I'm going to put Jared Allen at 28 minutes. Yeah, Jared Allen becomes
Will you
a
have
really good
Garland
play.
at? Fantasy
For
point
his
per minute.
DraftKings points?
Fantasy point per minute.
Fantasy point per minute, 0.94.
Okay. That's why I have him at.
Allen, then Seti, Mr. Olsman. Oh,
Yeah,
boy,
Sexton's a
Matt.
beast. Okoro, the beast.
I really like Teron Prince.
I forgot he was on
I
this
can't believe
team.
those words came out of my mouth. So
Yeah,
all these guys, Matt,
he
are
is
going to
good.
get, oh God, all these guys are going to be decent here, honestly.
It's Minnesota too, TJ. That's going to be a great
Yeah,
matchup
I
for
know.
them.
Yep. I can't wait for D'Lo and Naz Reid to be out too. And literally my cash lineup's going to be Malik Beasley, Anthony Edwards, Ed Davis, Vanderbilt, and then I'll have Sexton, Garland, Jarrett Allen, and Osman.
Wait
That'll
a second.
be my cash lineup.
How many minutes is JaVale McGee going to get?
Probably
Enough?
I would think Jarrett Allen plays like 30, and then I bet you they go McGee at like
I think
16.
Yeah, I think Jared Allen plays closer to 28, and I think McGee plays a. Do you know how efficient McGee's been this season? I know you know.
Yeah,
it's a rhetorical question.
I'm gonna put McGee at 1.35 for now. Of course. Yeah.
1.35
so he's gonna
fantasy
be
points per minute.
He'll be Steven Adams now doubtful. Okay, here we go.
Woo! There we go. We should move right over
so
there.
if McGee gets 16 minutes, Matt, I would have him pegged for 21 DraftKings points.
Yep, I do too.
So let's wait for Cleveland to get updated.
Yeah. I did some rough estimates here. They're all really, really good on their sheet, guys. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Osman, does he look good? Osman.
Yep.
Where is he? Why can't I find him? Osman. Okay.
Osman looks good. So Sexton, 33 minutes. That won't change. Garland, 32. I'm going to put Jared Allen at 30. Osman, I'm going to put at 32. Prince, I'm going to put at 30. Coro, 35. And then McGee, let's keep him 16.
Yeah.
I see nothing but green, Matt.
I see a lot of green, a lot of mid-range, good GPP options. All the ownership should shoot up. I can tell you guys right now, though, Jarrett Allen's going to be chalk of the chalk.
Cleveland rocks.
JaVale McGee, because of that because of his center eligibility, can't talk. I think he's going to still carry very low ownership. I think JaVale McGee's a great GPP option for that reason. Taurean Prince, like you said, TJ pops in our sheet, going to be very good for GPP as well. I think Sexton's going to be more on the chalky side, TJ. Just assuming because he has a 35% usage rate. Yeah, 35.5% usage rate. He's literally going to be the team tonight in terms of scoring. So. Yeah.
You said second? Yeah, 35.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to like a lot of these Cavs, honestly. Now, Matt, if Steven Adams is out.
Yeah, I'm going to switch over there.
Jackson Hayes is going to start, I would assume, at the 5.
That's another great option.
So if he's into the mix, I got to go over there right now and see what.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
What the haps is with Jackson
Sounds like Trips likes him too.
Trips just got back from a walk. So he's all riled up, ready to go.
Yeah.
He's ripped
ready for the slate.
he's ready for the slate. You just me. So Steven Adams, if we look at Hayes, is a Jackson. Where are you? 0.82. So nothing crazy, honestly. I put him at 24 minutes. So that doesn't do much. Brandon Ingram, Matt, in 113 minutes with Steven Adams off the floor is a 0.87 fantasy points.
I saw that, and Zion's the exact opposite.
Zion is a 1.24.
Yeah, he's good.
32.2%. Yeah, I would love Zion for cash. I would love Lonzo for cash.
I mean, that makes sense. They're both big men.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it does. A lot of more rebounds for Zion. That's why I was saying I would lock him in for a double-double. So Jackson Hayes actually in 209 minutes is only a 0.82 fantasy point per minute. So that means just Zion's eating down low, man. So if, with Steven Adams being doubtful, I would like Zion and I would like Lonzo. I would assume both of their ownership skyrocket, more so Zion.
And again, keep in mind, guys, this is close to the highest paced game on the slate. The Pelicans projected to score 119 points against the defensive list. Sacramento Kings said that many times on the stream. And I think Zion Williamson is a very obvious play just because all the usage goes to him in terms of the big men. Lonzo Ball, I loved them before. I love him even more now. $5,500. TJ averages 1.12 fantasy points per minute without Steven Adams on the floor. I think he's going to be a cash filler. I don't think you have to prioritize him, but $5,500, TJ, man, that is a very intriguing price tag against a very bad Sacramento team here. Are you going to prioritize any one of these guys in cash?
Zion and Lonzo.
Just Zion? Yep. Okay, those two. Okay.
And
all right, we're on the same page then.
All right, we're on the same page.
All right, I'm going to refresh the page here. Oh, wow.
You do that.
We don't have that much time left. 7:30 is throwing me off. Hold on, what time? Oh, no, we have plenty of time. What am I saying? We're good.
Oh, who's man's? This is not my man's.
Not my man's, no.
Sorry, I'm distracted right now.
Minutes updated. So Sexton's going to play the entire game.
Okay, what do they have him pegged for? 40 minutes?
39. Okoro also 39. Garland 36. Osman 33. Terry and Prince, TJ, you love to hear this, 31. And you're almost on point with Jarrett Allen, 29.
Come on, just give me 30.
And JaVale McGee, 0. That's not correct. We have to wait for that to update.
What is it, 14?
No, it's 0, literally 0. I don't know why
he's not gonna play at all.
He's just not going to play. Forget JaVale
McGee. Okay, so you said I need those minutes again real quick. Give me 1 second. I just want to see if I got updates over here on Roto. Of course not. They're snails.
I just now looked at the chat. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't been ignoring you. If you guys have any questions, spam them in the chat. We will get to them, I promise. We save a segment, and for all you new guys, we save a segment at the very end of the stream for Q&A. So feel free to ask them. We will get to them, I promise.
Now, what do you have Garland at?
36 minutes right now.
You have Allen at 29. You have Osman at what?
Osman at 33.
Prince at 31.
Prince
Okoro at 39.
31. And who else?
And McGee, okay. Okoro, it's fine.
McGee just got eliminated from the game. I have no idea why, so.
It's trash.
He's trash, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I love Cleveland.
Yeah, that's all you need to say.
That's about it. I'm
load up on the Cavs.
Yeah, it's a sad day. Sad day. I don't think I'm going to play, Matt. I think I'm going to get off.
I don't blame you.
I think I'm just going to go home.
All right, I'm just going to ask for your projections. I don't feel like doing them over. Okoro with the new projection, you have him projected at 39 points or 39 minutes, right?
Yep. 25.2.
Okay. You can just read them to me.
Sexton, 46.5.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
I'm assuming you're going by minutes, correct? So
yeah,
next
that's
would
fine.
be Garland.
Yep.
35.6.
Okay.
Osman, 30.4. Allen or Prince, 36.4.
Okay.
Allen, 33.
I think you said Allen twice, but whatever. Yeah, you meant Prince before that, right?
Yeah, Prince for 31 minutes at 4,400, okay. Pegged for 36.4.
Okay.
And then Allen at 33.
Well, Wendler, does he even enter the picture? He's playing 23 minutes, so.
He is not in the player pool here. So yeah, I guess, yeah, I'm not worried about him. I'm not gonna bend over backwards to get Wendler's projections.
Yeah, Hassan Whiteside's way better anyway. All right. There we go. Cleveland Cavs night. That's what this is going to be. If we look at this, if I sort by value, guys, it's going to be Terry and Prince, Cam Reddish, JaVale McGee, assuming he plays about 16 minutes. Hassan Whiteside's going to be up there. Okoro, Sexton. Literally all Cavs with a mix of Atlanta, Sacramento, and then fill them in with Zion and Lonzo, TJ. That is literally it. That's all you need to know.
I mean, you can easily get to Jokic now.
Yeah, that too.
With everything that's happening here.
Jokic is a great play too. Which means Giannis is going to probably jump up in ownership. Same thing with Jokic.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
mid-range guys are going to go down in ownership all across the board. Trae Young's a great play at $9,300.
Trae Young's going to be a great tournament play. Yep.
Wow, he's been crushing it.
Who?
Trae Young.
Yeah.
Oh wow, he's been dominant. Okay, I didn't realize how good he was. Good. Yeah, is he good basketball? I don't know.
All right. He's very good. He's been getting the free throw line a lot, and that's what's been helping him a lot.
Yeah. All right. Should we just jump right into questions, TJ?
Yeah, let's get to questions because we are still. What else are we pending now, Matt? Is my
good question.
So we have. The Lakers pitcher is the same. AD and LeBron are good. We have Atlanta news. We're still waiting on
Rozier.
Charlotte. So Rozier.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's big. We have Steven Adams is doubtful now, so we can call him out. Otto Porter went through shoot around, so he's going to be good. Naz Reid and D'Lo, or who we're still pending, which is big. We got the Drummond news. Terry Rozier ruled out. Okay. So yeah, Rozier's out. So now, Matt, all we're pending is Devin Booker, and all those guys got their price bumps. So I really want to fixate on now Charlotte. Rozier out. So Matt, Zeller without Rozier is an interesting.
You already did it, right? Can you just read it to me?
Yeah,
I'm lazy.
Well, I have to wait. I have to wait for minutes. That's the big thing. Got to wait for these minutes to get updated because LaMelo's going to start. He's pegged at 30. I don't know if he's going to play 34 now with Rozier off the floor.
It is ball night.
Yeah, it is ball night. Yep. Miles Bridges is 26 minutes currently. So it's Graham, Ball, Hayward, Washington, and Zeller. I think this is a trap.
That's official
Against Miami.
I agree.
Yep.
I do think it's a trap. I think the plays that we just read off from Cleveland are a lot more intriguing.
Traps.
Yo, imagine, TJ, imagine saying Cleveland's a better play than Charlotte. Imagine.
That would not surprise me because both teams are abysmal.
They are both trash, but still, Cleveland.
So
is
like,
not
I
bad.
want to prioritize Gordon Hayward, and I know it's going to be so stupid, and he's going to bite me in the LaMelo and Lonzo balls, and it's I don't know what I'm going to do now because I'm going to fall for the trap. Yeah, it's going to bite me in the LaMelo and Lonzo balls, and I'm going to be obsessed with playing Gordon Hayward because this is the person that I am.
Why? Is Gordon Hayward even enter the picture? Like, what's his fantasy points per minute? Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
With Rozier off the floor, he gets a 1.4% usage bump. He's a 1.23 fantasy point per minute, 27% usage rate, which is highest in the team. 46.15 DraftKings points is what I would have him pegged for at 37 minutes.
You forgot about Vernon Carey Jr.
What?
You forgot about Vernon Carey Jr. He's the highest usage rate in the team.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you're looking at okay. Very funny, Matt. What's the sample size? 2 minutes?
4. All right. Are we gonna wait for the minutes and then just actually do you just want to go to the questions and we'll wait on the minutes?
Say it again.
Do you want to go to the questions and then we'll wait on minutes?
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna go to Discord, guys. Feel free to ask all the questions in the Discord right now. Let's cash, fellows. Yes, that's not the question, but let's cash.
Always. How's
this for cash? John Wall, Halliburton. This was also put in at 6, so a lot has changed. Halliburton, Dort, Giannis, Zeller, Monty Morris, Barton, SGA. It's going to be all Cleveland Cavs, guys. DeRozan chalk, good or bad? Question mark. Now it is bad chalk. I think he's definitely more of a GPP option. LeBron James and Anthony Davis will play. Yes. Drummond out. Yes. Time for Allen to eat. Absolutely. Bam or Trey, last piece in cash, TJ.
Trey.
I agree. I don't recommend either one of those guys for cash, though. But if it's the last piece, don't hit it. Wood or Capella for tiers? So straight up. That's a very interesting question. I'm going to have to agree with that. I think Capella is a better play. Rozier is out. Which ball brother do you have more confidence in tonight, TJ? Straight up, it's going to be LaMelo, correct?
Yeah.
I absolutely love Lonzo Ball tonight, though. I really
like them both, so it's tough. But I would say LaMelo because he's starting. Yeah. Actually, Matt, I think I'd rather go Christian Wood. Capella shows that's going to be a tough matchup for Capella against AD, man.
Yeah, I guess.
Christian Wood against Al and Baisley.
I just love Capella. He's so consistent. Yeah, Wood's a beast too, though. It sucks because it's a tiers question. I would say for value, I like Capella just because he's cheaper, but
go to Chris Middleton over them.
Okay,
that's my answer. Between Christian Wood and Capella, go to Chris Middleton.
All right,
I know he's an option. Or go to Zach LaVine.
Reddish or Seti Osman straight up, TJ? That's a good question, actually. It's a very good question.
It was Reddish. Yeah. It's probably Osman.
I agree. I think it's Osman. How's this for cash? SGA, Sexton, Dort, Giannis, Cody Zeller, Monty Morris, Barton, Allen. Please get in. Oh no, you have 2 of them in there. I
like that lineup.
I like it. Cody Zeller, though, I think again, I think there's better value on the slate that's gonna have more upside. I just think that I'm not as high on Cody Zeller as I usually am. Favorite spend up in cash, no price limit, TJ.
Favorite spend up in cash, no price limit.
Mm-hmm.
It was Will Barton. because he was so cheap getting minutes, and it was Cody Zeller. Those are my two favorites.
Spend
It's
up.
probably favorite spend up.
Spend up.
And
Yes.
cash.
Yep.
Nikola Jokic.
Yes, I agree. Completely agree with that.
Or Giannis. I mean, it's one of the two.
I like Jokic.
Flip a flipping coin. Giannis is going to show way higher ownership, but I like the numbers that I'm seeing. I mean, who's going to cover Giannis tonight? Honestly, think to yourself, who's going to cover
Damian
Giannis?
Lillard. All right. Cash, Lonzo, Sexton. Also, one person we didn't talk about was Josh Richardson. His price tag's $4,000 for what it's worth. Josh Richardson, Prince, Allen, Reddish, Williamson, Jokic. Really like that, Trent. You are always coming up with the fire cash lineups. Already have Trae Young, so I'll go Wood. Thanks, guys. Absolutely. Gonna rearrange for Seti most likely instead of Reddish. Yes, I do like Seti over Reddish. TJ, that's all the questions that I have.
Okay, perfect. Let's see what we have over here on the tube. Sano said, best $20 you'll ever spend in your life. Easy choice. Thank you, Sano. Yeah. Just paid my second 20. Thank you, Sandman. Welcome back. Rozier questionable. Okay, so yeah, Rozier's out. Strong indication that LaMelo Ball will start. Okay, what's up, guys? Thoughts on Schroeder tonight? Tournament play. I have no interest in Schroeder and cash, Travis. Jeremy Grant, worth it in Showdown. Yeah, if you're playing the Showdown, I wouldn't mind going for a guy like Jeremy Grant. 1.14 fantasy point per minute this year. Oh, sorry. I thought we got a Rockets starting lineup. PJ Tucker starting, man. His 0.44 fantasy point per minute. Is Chips fading LaMelo in GPPs? The fans are demanding a Chip sighting. Chips, come here. Amanda, can you bring Chips over here? Chips, come here. He doesn't care.
Oh, by the way, I want to apologize for everybody watching last night. We did not give a cash score before we got off. So we'll be sure to do that before we get off tonight.
You guys missed out on that. It was Siakam. It was Russ. It was who else did the best?
It was not Russ. Who did the best?
Russell Westbrook. It was Siakam. It was Chips, my boy. Why is he wet?
Uh-oh.
Chips, say hi.
That's usually not a good sign.
Chips is not fading LaMelo in tournaments. No chance. Oladipo, a good play tonight.
Not really. Don't like that one. I think there's better options.
Fox or Butler in points. I like Fox. Okay, I got to get him down. Hey, buddy. He's so scared.
He looks terrified.
Can you grab him again? All right, hold on. I got to grab him.
Okay.
I mean, you guys say bye, Chips.
Bye, Chips.
Oh, there you go, big boy. Oh, okay. He doesn't like that.
He looks so much bigger. He looks terrified.
He hated that. He hated all of that. He's so scared.
Stage fright.
Gary Harris out. Pete Dozier out. Morris will probably start at 3,800. Yeah, if Morris starts, I do like him in cash for sure. Schroeder tonight. Yeah, Travis, we talked about that. Butler or Fox, guys, demanding the questions. Fox or Butler in points, Matt. I go Fox.
You already read that.
Yeah, I know.
Bless you. Coronavirus.
DeJounte or Wall in cash. I would go John Wall, but I don't like either of them tonight in cash. But if I do have to pick one, I'm going John Wall. Big game for both balls. Yeah, the ball boys are just going to let them hang. Drummond out. Thank you, guys. Allen Locke. Yep, I love Allen. Allen over Adams, of course, because Adams is out. JaVale McGee time said no. Yes, I do like JaVale McGee as a tournament play. Hayes time. Yeah, I'm not too high on Jackson Hayes, but I don't hate him if he's landing there. He's very cheap, and he's gonna start, I would assume. Smash that like button.
We have an update. Update from ownership. Ready. Jarrett Allen, the highest owned on the slate, as expected, TJ, 32.4%. We have Dort next. Giannis, like I said, TJ, jumped up in ownership a lot just because of the builds. Lineup construction is everything tonight. Stop that. Lonzo Ball next, 20.3%. Sexton's up there at 20. TJ.
Yep.
TJ.
Yeah.
These Cleveland Cavs are not showing ownership.
Wow, the disrespect.
Very much so. We have JaVale McGee showing 19.1%. Perry Prince showing 9.7%. Osman showing 9.4%. So guess what? Tonight, we have the edge here at Daily Grind Fantasy Sports, guys. Load up on the Cavs, I would say, in small GPPs. Expect this game to be higher scoring than 219, or at least hope so, because if you do, you're going to cash out. I can tell you that right now. All these price tags are very, very low. Jarrett Allen, $5,500 is easily going to hit value. Colin Sexton could easily have a ceiling game. He should have a ceiling game tonight, assuming he shoots well. JaVale McGee, $3,100 projected right now, TJ, at 18 minutes. Even that's bullish. So we had him projected at what, 16? Yeah, 17 minutes now. Terry Prince, 28 minutes at $4,400, guys, has been averaging 1.15 fantasy points per minute. Okoro, $3,700, playing 34 minutes. I'm getting excited, TJ. I really am. I think single entry GPPs are the way to go tonight. Stack the Cavs. Seriously.
Always.
I'm not being sarcastic.
You had Sexton at 39 minutes.
I did. And now
think
he's showing 34. Okay, that's more realistic. I do think he's going to play like 36. He could easily play that much.
Okay, yeah, that number kind of scared me. As did I'm gonna go with these minutes because this is Jared Allen 31 minutes. Get bada bing bada boom, lock that bad boy in there. Prince at 28, I still do like him.
I really
Okoro's
do.
34.
Yeah, that's crazy. These guys should do very well tonight.
I have updated projections on the Cavs if you want them. They all show good plays. Literally all of them.
No, I don't need. Yeah, it's gonna change like a minute or two.
Yeah. It did. No, I mean, a guy like Sexton, if you had him pegged for 39 minutes, would have been 46.52 DraftKings points. But at 34 minutes, he's only 40.5. So it is a little bit significant there. But even with that being said, I still do like cash. Yep.
Guys,
back to the questions.
The Cavs check all the boxes. They benefit off of usage from all the injuries. They're in the pace-up spot. It's a high over-under. Bad defense. Like, they check off everything. Great value all the way around. So that's a team you're going to want to target for sure in GPPs. TJ, are you okay? Are you dying?
No, I don't feel good. Matt, so we're going to get this question a lot. Can you go McGee and Allen? Because last night we were very adamant on the Tony Bradley chalk obviously starting, and we liked the double center approach, which actually paid off because we were high on both Dwight Howard and Tony Bradley. Tony Bradley obviously did not play very well, but was 85% owned in cash, so it really didn't matter. He was a free spot. And then we were talking about Dwight Howard. Do you think you can do the same thing with the Cavs tonight with McGee and Jared Allen?
Yes, and that's not the only time, TJ, that we did that. We did that with the Lakers. Remember with Morris, Marcus Gasol, and who was the other guy? Kuzma. We said start all three of those guys because they were going to take away Anthony Davis's minutes. Because guess what? When one doesn't hit, the other one's going to have a ceiling game. And looking back at last night, Dwight Howard, TJ, I was 100% on Dwight Howard, and I faded Tony Bradley in those GPPs. So the strategy, you heard me before, and you're like, you're an idiot. Yeah, well, I was an idiot, and guess what? It paid off. That's what happens when you play very, very aggressive in GPPs. But yeah, do the exact same thing. I believe you can do that in Cleveland because when one doesn't do well, the other is going to benefit. Play one or the other in very big GPPs, okay? Last night I did that with Dwight Howard. I played one or the other, faded Tony Bradley. One of these guys will have a ceiling game at the center position for Cleveland. We've been talking a lot.
Matt, Sexton or SGA?
Sexton. Straight up, that's tough. But Sexton for value.
SGA if it's straight up.
I agree.
Lonzo or Melo? Is that Melo LaMelo? Because if that's the case, then I would take both balls, honestly. I wouldn't just go one ball. I think two balls is better than one. Matt,
wow.
Matt.
Hold on. I got it. That's what she said. She said. I need to use it more.
Matt, Prince or Dort?
Sorry, drinking. I'm going to say Prince.
I'm also going to say Prince. Yep. I want to see how obviously, I don't think Prince is going to start.
So, TJ.
Actually, he should start at the 4 still, even with Drummond. What am I saying? Yeah.
When Cleveland scores 90 points tonight, how many subscribers are we losing from the stream?
12.
12. Okay, that's a good bet.
Yeah.
I like that.
They're going to score 90, but that doesn't matter.
It doesn't. That's a great, great point.
Do you like Taj Gibson if Noel is out? No, Brian. It looks like Noel's still a game time decision. I don't think I would be high on a guy like Taj Gibson. Any good plays from the Spurs Grizz game? Yes, Mitty. I mean, a guy like DeMar DeRozan, who just put up 7.75 DraftKings points last time going up against Memphis, now at 7K. Same price tag. He only played 25 minutes, 2 of 6. Matt, would you go back to the well here with DeRozan?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, this is a buy low candidate for sure. Mm-hmm. Also, DeJounte Murray's a little buy low.
Yep. Yeah. 6,300 last game against Memphis. Got $300 price tag. He only played 28 minutes. Pop was all over the place. He was not happy with the starters. So a lot of these guys didn't play, their normal allotted minutes. Guys like DeRozan, Keldon Johnson, LMA, Murray. So I would expect a better game here this time around against Memphis at home. So we'll have to wait and see from Matt Spurs. They can smoke my Celtics or beat my Celtics, but they can't beat the lowly Memphis Grizzlies when half their roster is out.
Well, here's another thing, TJ. Brandon Clark and both Xavier Tillman play power forward center eligibility, and they're both great plays still. They show pretty good plays on our sheet, specifically with Xavier Tillman showing $4,800. Just because he got that price increase doesn't mean he's not a good play. Still very good fantasy point per minute wise. So I still like that play. I think it's still a good matchup. Tillman train all the way around. I think he's a great tournament play though. Definitely not cash viable.
Yeah, I don't think I'd go there in cash.
For sure.
Matt, I haven't seen any of these updates in terms of the Cavs in ownership yet.
I
The
have.
reason I say that is because I don't see Jared Allen at the top for some
Okay.
reason, which is what I'm expecting 100%.
Okay, we just got another update. You ready? All right, this is going to answer our question. So let's go back to the well in terms of strategy, TJ. We talked about that double center, utils, and center position.
Yep.
Jarrett Allen, McGee are now the highest owned. So yes, that's going to be a very common build. So go one or the other in big GPPs, like I said, and hope that JaVale McGee takes it over. Osman jumped up into ownership, 22.6% ownership. Sexton's right below him at 20.5%. So yes, now we have 4 solidified Cleveland Cavs showing ownership. We don't have the edge anymore, but we still have a good edge with some of the guys showing lower ownership. What's up?
Yeah, so I'll tell you now, Matt. If you're going Jared Allen, McGee, double center, so if you're going center util, that takes Jokic completely out. So a guy like Giannis would enter my cash lineup 100%. That's where I would go.
Power forward eligibility.
Yep. So that would be my spend up spot. If I were to be going Allen and McGee, it would be prioritizing Giannis there.
Or Zion.
Yep, no, I would have Zion in there as well.
Yep. Oh, both. Okay. Well, TJ just gave his build away, guys.
That is my build. Yep.
Lonzo Ball's in there too. No?
Zion, Jared Allen, McGee, and Giannis.
There's 4 of them. All right, do you want to talk about core?
We can talk about the core. I don't know if Sexton's going to make it, Matt.
You don't know if Sexton's going to make it. Okay.
Well, because it's LaMelo, Lonzo, and LaMelo, Lonzo, and Sexton. You can only get 2 of those guys. So I like LaMelo, and I do like Lonzo.
Yeah, tonight just became very fun. DeMar DeRozan's actually showing not that bad of ownership for anybody asking. He's definitely still cash viable. So I take back what I said about him being only GPP viable. He's definitely still cash viable, showing 15% ownership, teetering on that line of cash GPP. Halliburton's still up there. Will Barton, John Wall's still way up there. I'm telling you right now, Cody Zeller's still up there. Don't like that with him only being center eligible. But yeah, everybody else I agree with. Dort's still up there. All right, I'm going to go review some questions here in the Discord. Halliburton or Lonzo, TJ? Lonzo, I agree. 215 person single entry tournament. LaMelo, Dort, Prince, Zion, Allen, Lonzo, Barton, Giannis. Absolutely love that lineup, actually. For tonight for GBP at util, is 2 centers kind of night? Yes, 100% just answered that question. Fixed cash lineup a bit. How does this look? LaMelo, D'Angelo Russell, okay? Lou Dort, Sedi Osman, JaVale, Sexton, Giannis, Jarrett Allen. I like that. Russell, we don't know.
He's so cheap.
Yeah, he is.
If he's good to go, he's so cheap at 7K. So I do like that, honestly. He'd be your guy that comes in pretty low ownership, especially because he's still questionable.
What's he, 7K?
Probable now. Yeah, he's 7K flat. So that's a very cheap price tag and a good matchup against Cleveland. So I don't. I honestly like that.
Yeah. All right. Can you play Ingram and Zion in the same lineup? Depending on the size, I wouldn't recommend doing it in a very big GBP.
Yeah.
Any news on Naz Reid? Good question.
We don't have anything on Naz Reid yet.
Got it.
He's
nothing yet.
That's questionable. But D'Lo's probable. So
LaMelo,
good to go.
LaMelo or Sexton straight up. TJ already have Lonzo.
I go LaMelo.
I agree. That's all the questions I have.
Okay.
Somebody said D'Lo in.
D'Lo in. Yeah, he's not probable. He's in. Yep, D'Lo's in. We're getting questions about Anthony Edwards now. I don't really like Anthony Edwards with D'Lo in, so I would go Halliburton there over Anthony Edwards. Morant, a good GPP. Yep, I like Morant as a tournament play. I don't think I'd go there in cash. I'd probably go to Sexton rather. Sexton is shooting guard eligible, so that is good. Yes. It's just tough. The build that I have, it would be tough to get to Sexton. Oh, Colin, I'd love to play you, but I can't. Yeah, I can't. I can't make that happen. What else do we have? I love this. Braden. Balls. Halliburton. Okoro, Prince, Allen, Zion, and Giannis. So he's got both balls in there, Matt. So he's playing 2 balls, not 1. It's always better to have 2. I do like that. I like that lineup. What else do we have? Yes.
You know the video game Valorant?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
They just opened that up. Apparently you can play DFS now on FanDuel. Just an FYI. Just saw that.
Really?
Kind of interesting, yeah. Very interesting.
I've never actually played that video.
It's like a
game, so I'm
CS:GO.
not-
Anyway, just saw it.
Oh, perfect. So another game we'll just rake in at. Is what you're
Yes,
saying?
sir. That's what I was getting at.
Reddish or Maladin? I go Reddish. Beasley a god play. Okay. Now we have a cash lineup here: Lonzo, Halliburton, Osman, Zion, Allen, LaMelo, Giannis, McGee. I like that a lot.
Ooh. Read that back. Let me write that down.
That's my lineup.
Okay.
That's legit what I have. He's leaving 400 on the table. Yeah, Hudson. I like that lineup a lot. Because again, that's mine. So that means it's gonna suck because people are gonna take it. That might be the chalk lineup, honestly. But yep, that's what I have right now. So I like it, Hudson. So that means we're screwed. Change it. Another cash lineup, Matt. We have Ball, Sexton, Okoro. Guys, you got to be. Oh, just kidding. You have both balls in here, G Money. Okay, guys, you need to differentiate your balls for us. Okay.
That's what she said.
You can't go L ball and L ball. Do a la ball and a low ball if you can. One hanging, one dripping. Or
That's what she said.
I do like that lineup though, G Money. Actually, I don't really like Diallo, honestly. More of a tournament play. Nerlens Noel is in, so you don't have to worry about going to Taj Gibson, whoever was that asked that, I forget. Wood or Zion? Zion for cash for sure. If you had to pick one ball, brother, what ball would you pick, Matt? La or low?
I like Lonzo for value.
Okay.
Again, I'm talking in terms of value. Yep.
I would probably go Lonzo too. I think LaMelo's ceiling is much higher.
LaMelo should score more. Yes.
Yeah. Any Campazzo love? Yeah, I talked about it. I do like Campazzo, Blake. I think he's one of my favorite punt plays for tournaments. Any Abdel Nader love for small tournaments? If Booker's out, sure. If Booker's in, then no, thank you. LaMelo, Halliburton, Osman, Prince, McGee, Trae Young, Giannis, and Allen. I like that. No Lonzo Ball for you, but I do like the Trae Young play in there. I think he's going to be pretty low owned, and I like the McGee Allen stack. You guys are having both balls is the way to go. Yes.
That's what she said.
Cauley-Stein or Whiteside, dude. Cauley-Stein looked so good last game when he started. Tough matchup against Ayton.
TJ, I've been on point with these. That's what she said.
Okay, I'm proud of you. I'd say Cauley-Stein because his minutes are going to be there. But if you're playing, the minutes aren't even going to be close. That's my only concern. Like, and their prices aren't even. Where is Willie? Yeah, wait, what?
What?
Willie Cauley-Stein isn't even on Roto. I knew I was missing something, Matt.
Why is he not on Roto?
I don't know. And when I was doing Dallas numbers,
But because he's only projected at 6 minutes.
Oh, because of Finney Smith is back
Yeah.
and Porzingis is good. Okay, that makes more sense.
Irrelevant.
Yeah, so then go Whiteside. Okay, yeah, thank you. My brain just broke.
Yeah.
Mark it in and play. Tournament, sure, not for cash. McGee and Allen are both power forward. What centers are a go? That must be FanDuel. So if that is the case, and you're talking about FanDuel and you're looking for centers, if they both have power forward eligibility, I go Zion if Zion has power forward center eligibility. And I would also go. I don't mind Whiteside, Matt. I'm just scared of his minutes.
Yeah.
I'd probably go Zion and then I go Capella. Yeah.
We're going to wrap it up. I'm going to give a cash core because I have to switch over to Patreon. But let's go ahead and end it on that note, guys. TJ, we're going to do 4 to 5 cash core options here. Do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
My cash core, Matthew, as we stand, would be, I still think Will Barton's in play, but I don't think I'm going to make him a priority for me tonight. It would be one of the Ball brothers, Lonzo or LaMelo. With Steven Adams out, I really like Zion. Okay. I'm gonna pick both balls. I'm gonna go Lonzo. I'm gonna pick LaMelo, actually. LaMelo would probably be my favorite of the two. Jared Allen would be a lock for me at 5,500. I love Zion at 7,900 now with Steven Adams out. And then I think the cheap guys for Cleveland, Osman is a really good play. I also like Prince. But if I had to give a lock, Matt, it would be Jared Allen, LaMelo, Zion, and I'd probably go to Giannis now.
Okay. I don't hate those because all those will probably end up being in my lineup. I'm going to shoot it straight, guys. Cleveland. Go Jarrett Allen, JaVale McGee. Also Seti Osman. I don't even hate Sexton, but my last guy that I love so much is going to be Lonzo Ball. Those are going to be my 4 locks. They're all value plays, so it allows you to spend up and get some flexibility in there for whoever you want. Giannis, Jokic. Not Jokic because he's a center. Or Zion, even DeMar DeRozan. You can get very very creative with who you pay up for. Even Luca all the way down here. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it on that note. On that note, guys, I'm gonna switch over to Patreon. Again, $20 a month gets you all of our leverage sheets, every single sport, so much more. And we will see you in there. With all that being said, guys, we'll see you tomorrow, and let's cash.
Have a good night, guys.